Right now, between me and Hugo Bros, we are on our relationship with Hugo. My relationship with Hugo Bros, it's on a make it make sense phase. Like there are things that he does that I'm like, come on, this doesn't make sense. I mean, how do you drop a player like Ikam Reyners, the South African top goal scorer, as a South African top goal scorer in our league? Remember, a top goal is a joint goal scorer with Junior De Jong, but Junior De Jong is not a South African. So Ikam Reyners is the South African top goal scorer. How do you justify not calling a player like that to the national team? This is a player who was dropped also uh, during the AFCON tournament. He didn't go to AFCON tournament, and we understood when the reason was that he was a bit injured and was fresh from injury. There was a lot of stories surrounding that, but now what justifies him not being in this team? And you take a player like Evidence Mahope as a striker and Lyle Foster, two strikers who are struggling with finishing, and they both struggled so much during the AFCON. Like they didn't produce much of goals. Yeah, they scored here and there, but they didn't produce enough goals that they can help the national team. But I digress. So this is the 23 men selected. Remember, this the squad. There was a lot of players here, and most of them didn't make the final cut. So only 23 remains. This is the squad that will face Panama on the 23 March and on the 1st of April. Remember the first match will be played. I think it will be in Cape Town and the final match will be in Durban or vice versa. But both of these matches are playing in the coast, one in Durban, one in Cape Town. So these are the 23 men for the goalkeepers. Ronan Williams, of course. Of course, man. I mean, come on. Then Ricardo goes, maybe Ronaldo Linier. So between Ricardo goes and Ronaldo Linier, for Hugo Bros to end up dropping Sipo Chain, the most consistent goalkeeper in the league this season, the goalkeeper with the most clean sheets this season. How do you justify that? But I'm thinking, this is my thinking. I'm not saying it's like that. This is my thinking that maybe he knows that Ronan Williams will be his guy to play that match. So how about maybe I take two of these players, Ricardo Goss and Ronaldo Linier, and go with them to make them just feel the atmosphere of being in the Bafana camp. Just feel the vibe so that when they come back, they are very motivated to give Chain and Williams a competition. One of them should not be comfortable. They should give them they should give them a competition in such a way that at least Gauze and Linear should fight for that one place of going to the World Cup. I'm thinking that's what Hugo Bros is doing because it can be justified. The same way it can be justified not to select the top goal scorer. It can be justified to select the goal, not to select the goalkeeper with the most clean sheets. But hey, so for defenders, Kuluse Mudau, I mean, mhm. And then Tabang Matuludi, yeah. Tabang Matuludi has been consistent for Polokwane City for about 2 seasons now. He has been very, very consistent, but lately he hasn't been getting much of a regular time at Polokwane City. But I also think this is a good selection from Polokwane City, especially for a friendly like this. You want to test a guy like him that can I take this guy to play against a team like Mexico? Can I take a guy like this to maybe play against a team like Denmark if Denmark end up qualifying? Remember, they're still in the playoffs. Then Kosinati CBC, no. For me, Kosinati CBC is a no. He hasn't been good for Orlando Pirates individually. He hasn't been good for Orlando Pirates. Opremudiva, of course. Kulumanin Damani, of course. Kulumanin Damani, he hit the ground running at Mamelodi Sundowns. Since he came in January at Mamelodi Sundowns, he's been so, so good. Even Ocon, yes. Yes. The only thing that's surrounding Ima Ocon controversy is not him as a player. The thing that people are most crying about is the name and the surname. People are claiming that it's not South African. But guys, this is a South African born from a South African mother. His mother is a South African. He is also South African, born in South Africa. Please, the name doesn't have anything. My name is Martin. Martin is not a South African name. It's an English name. But I can't be all of a sudden because of my name is Martin now, I'm English. Why should the man be crucified for his name? Come on. Samukelo Kabini, I haven't seen Samukelo Kabini's game. I don't know. I don't watch the Norway League. I don't really even follow it that much. So I don't know. Someone who knows it can tell me. Unlike in Begeli Zelim Bogazi, we know here at Offside Tribe, we follow and we cover most of MLS matches. We cover everything MLS, the same way we do for the PSL. So the two leagues that we cover here at Offside Tribe, it's MLS and PSL and together with rugby. So these are so I've been watching Begezel Mbogazi. He the ground running at Chicago Fire, the second most according to the MLS stats. This is the second most famous player in the MLS right now. Wow! But yeah, I mean, why not? I don't even wanna go there. Don't make me go there. Jaden Adams, yeah, Jaden Adams was supposed to be rewarded for his hard work. You know, since the return of the league from AFCON, Jaden Adams has been the most consistent holding midfielder in our league. Actually, in South Africa, I'm including even the NFD, I'm including even the Disky Challenge. Has been the most consistent player. Talent Mbada also, of course. And you know this trade, Jaden Adams, Talent Mbata, they should be fielded just like that. There's a lot of demolition that we're gonna do with this trade. You know, say Pepe Sitole, one of other players. I only see him during the national team. I don't follow the Portugal league. I don't watch much of his game, so I can't really comment on him. And I haven't checked his stats so that much. So I don't know. I don't know that. I don't know much about him, you know, but I see him during the national team, and for me, he hasn't been really an impressive player. Tapamuremi, yeah, Tapamuremi is doing well at Orlando Pirates. Evidence Mahopa. For the fact that Camarinas has been dropped, but Mahopa and Lyle Foster, the most non-consistent strikers, are here. For me, it's a big no. One of them was supposed to be dropped for Renas. Renas is supposed to be here. Mahopa has been struggling with scoring goals. Orlando Pirates are struggling with finishing while Evidence Mahopa is here as a striker. And I understand that he's one of the most loyal players to Hugo Bruce, and Hugo Bruce like he's also loyal to Mahopa, but drop one. Drop at least Lyle Foster then, because he's also one of the strikers who doesn't score. His team is lingering around relegations, even worse. Drop him. Just because he's playing in the English Premier League, we can't judge you for not selecting. We saw him during AFCON and we were like, come on. This guy is not like playing even like he plays as if he's playing in the PSL or in the NFD. But he can do well. It just doesn't score goal. A striker who doesn't score goal is frustrating. I've been crying for Bonogutlo Hlongwane. I don't know for how many years. My heart is relieved. My heart is wide right now. Bonogutlo Hlongwane is also playing in the MLS, playing in Minnesota United. So Begazeli Bogas is playing in the Eastern Conference, while Hlongwane is playing in the Western Conference. So they can only meet during the playoffs. They don't really meet each other during the regular season. So yeah, but Bongo Hlongwane, great forward, and he can play also as a winger. You know, he's very the guy is good, man. We know him from Maritzburg United. He's good. He's still that good. Relabuhila Mufugeng. I mean, Tembazwane, of course. We don't even want to negotiate this one. This guy should even go to the World Cup. I don't care how he performs here from now on. Tembazwane should go to the World Cup. We need experience like this. Tapelo Masego, I don't know. Also another league that I don't follow. But remember, he recently came out of Mamelodi Sundowns to Cyprus, and he was doing well at Sundowns with a limited game time that he was getting, and he's one of those players who are loyal to Hugo Bruce, and Hugo Bruce is also loyal to him. So this is the squad. No Tembingosi Lodge, no Ikram Reyners, no Sipo Chain. These are the most performing players also that we have. Hugo Bruce promised us that he will select on merits. Merits is that he will only select players who are performing over the non-performers. But when it comes to these three players so far, and I mean maybe for Sipo Chain, I might get the gist of what he's doing. Like I understand a little bit. If only what I think he's doing, it's exactly what he's doing. Only that. But for Ikram Reyners, Tembingosi Lodge, come on, man. Like, come on, brother. I'm Martin Gatleho. This is the Offside Trap.